Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitabugHandmaids.com, and thank you so much for joining me today. I am so excited to announce the first feature of March Club Quitabug. I will be spotlighting the Perennial birthday stamp set. This is such a fun stamp set. I love these little flower images, and you have so many different sentiments to choose from. And this set actually really popped out to me when I first saw the occasions catalog. So I think you're going to enjoy using this stamp set, and I think you're going to really like the free card kit because I am featuring some watercoloring using aqua painters, and that's something that we've never used before in one of the Club Quitabug card kits, so I'm really excited about that. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I'll show you the projects and I'll give you all the details about Club Quitabug as we go. Alright, so in addition to the Perennial birthday stamp set, I will be using Tempting Turquoise, Melon Mambo, Lemon Lime Twist, and Basic Black Archival ink. And because we are doing some watercoloring, I'm using the Aqua Painters by Stampin' Up. And remember, you get two different sizes, a large and then a medium brush tip in the Aqua Painters. And then I'm also going to use the Basic Black Stampin' Right marker as well. So remember, you can purchase whatever you'd like to purchase for the $35 minimum in order to receive the free card kit. But these are the supplies that I'm using if you would like to recreate the projects in the kit exactly as I have. All right, so here's how your kit will come in the mail when you receive it from me. So remember, to get your free card kit in the mail from me, simply place a minimum $35 order in my online Stampin' Up store. That's $35 before tax and shipping, and be sure to use this hostess code on the screen as long as your order is less than $150. If your order is $150 or greater, don't use that code because you will earn hostess rewards, so I don't want you to lose those, but you will still qualify to receive the free card kit in the mail from me, so don't worry about that. And you might consider bumping your order up to $50 so that you can choose a free celebration item, because celebration is going on through March the 31st, 2018. So this kit is available March 1st through the 15th, 2018. After the 15th, this kit is no longer available. So get your order in within that window of time to receive this free card kit in the mail from me. So the projects included inside of the kit for this feature are so cute. So here is the first card. It is a cute little mini card. I love this card, and it opens like this. It's a vertical folding card. Here is the second card. So excited. There's a lot of watercoloring featured on this card. Same thing with here. You can see the watercolor look there. Okay, really, really cute card. I love, oh, you find these things everywhere. I love the bright colors of this card. Isn't that fun? And then here is the third card in the free card kit. Again, love this card. So fun and colorful, you guys. These colors are just so vibrant. I absolutely love this kit, and I think you will too. And I think you're going to enjoy getting to do some watercoloring for these projects. So let's go ahead and get started. I don't want this video to be too long. I want to make sure that I can show you all the techniques for watercoloring and also keep this video down to a minimum. So let's get started. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the little 3x3 card. So I've got this piece of shimmery white cardstock. So it's so hard for you to see that little shimmer, but there's actually glitter, a light, thin layer of glitter that's inside of this cardstock. It's really, really pretty, but this is good paper for watercoloring on. So all of the projects feature the shimmery white cardstock. I've got my Basic Black Archival ink pad. And we're going to stamp the "Here's to Celebrating You" sentiment, and I want to put that in the center of this little piece towards the bottom. Right there. Now I'm going to bring in some scratch paper so we can do some simple watercoloring. I've got my Lemon Lime Twist and Tempting Turquoise ink pads. So I'm going to bring in my Aqua Painter, and what I'm going to do is something called a watercolor wash. So I'm just going to squeeze some water into through the barrel here and just let that come out, and I'm just going to brush it over my cardstock and give a layer of water. So you can see I've got a nice little layer of water on there. And now what I'm going to do is bring in this little flower image. I'm going to stamp that, ink that up in Tempting Turquoise, and then just stamp that down. And you can see it just automatically starts to run. And then I'm going to take a napkin and just dab it. There we go. I love how that looks. Then I'll take this little leaf image right here, ink that up, and actually I'm going to need a little bit more water since I kind of dabbed this up, so let me just add a little bit more. There we go. Ink this up, and same thing, I'm just going to stamp it right into that water, just like that. Now you can let this naturally dry, or you can heat set it with your Stampin' Up! Heating tool, and I'm going to go ahead and do that to speed it up for the video. Alright, so this is all nice and dry from my heat tool, so what I'm going to do is bring in my basic black Stampin' Right marker, and I'm going to take the brush tip side and I'm going to put that brush tip into the cap of my marker and create a little splatter effect on this stamped layer. So just very gently, you want to flick. There we go, that is perfect. Let me show you. So then now I've got this nice little splatter on top of my little watercolor piece here. I love how this looks, and I really love that watercolor effect of stamping on top of that wash. So cool. So now I'm just going to put some more scratch paper down, and then also put some here and cover up half of my little mini card here. And I'm going to bring in this little splatter or polka dot image that comes in the stamp set, and I am going to just go around the edge of this little mini card here and add these little polka dots on. Just kind of creating my own background here. Alright, so I've got my background created there, and this middle piece is going to be covered once we start layering everything up. So I'm just going to add some fast fuse onto this layer and put this on my piece of Melon Mambo. Now I'm going to add some more fast fuse on the back of this Melon Mambo piece, and then in the kit there is a piece of basic black baker's twine, so I'm just going to stick that into that adhesive and wrap it around this layer 2 times. Okay, so I've got that wrapped around, and I trimmed off the rest, and what I'm going to do with the rest of this is just put it under and tie it in a bow. Okay, and then just pull those tails to get your loops how you want them. Alright, so I've added some dimensionals to the back of this layer. Just get these backings off, and then we can center this up. Actually, I want my card to open this direction. Okay, center that up. Right there. Isn't that so cute? I love this card. So just fold it, give it a nice crease with your bone folder, and there you go. That finishes up card number 1, this sweet little mini card. I love it. Alright, so I've got my pieces here for card number 2. So you've got a Tempting Turquoise card base. You can set that to the side. But then you've got 2 pieces of that shimmery white cardstock. One is for the layer on your card base. The other one is so that we can stamp some images that we're going to hand cut out. And we're going to need this for card number 2 and card number 3. So save any leftovers that you have for card number 3. So I'm going to start with this piece of shimmery white, the larger piece. I'm going to lay this down on some scratch paper. Okay, so I'm going to bring in a second piece of scratch paper. Then I've got my Tempting Turquoise ink pad, and I'm going to bring in that happy birthday sentiment. And we're going to create a background using this sentiment. So I'm going to ink that up, stamp it off 2 times, and then the 3rd time I'm going to stamp it on my cardstock, right about here. Okay, do that again, ink it up, stamp it off twice, and I'm going to stamp it again right about there, ink it up, stamp it off twice, and then this time I'm going to bring my scratch paper over, and I just want to get the word happy. Let's see, so that should give me just the word happy. I'm just looking to make sure that birthday is going to stamp on the scratch paper and not my actual cardstock. Just happy will stamp. So I'll put that right there. Perfect. Okay, Then we'll keep going. Stamp twice. Then I'll do happy birthday again. And then one last time, we'll do it right about there. Okay, that looks good. So now I'm going to bring in my Lemon Lime Twist ink pad, and I'm just going to squeeze the ink onto the lid and bring in my aqua painter, and I'm going to put some water here and pick up some of that Lemon Lime Twist, and then I'm just going to make a little circle of Lemon Lime Twist. I'm just going to loosely paint this on here. So just a nice little blob of Lemon Lime Twist. No right or wrong way, okay? Just like that. I think that looks good. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in that other piece of shimmery white cardstock, and I've got my basic black archival ink here. I'm going to stamp this image once on here. All right, so I've got my aqua painter back here. I've brought in a paper towel, and I've got Melon Mambo, Tempting Turquoise, and Lemon Lime Twist. I've already got some ink in the lid of all of these, and we're going to go ahead and watercolor these images. So I'm going to start by coloring the leaves of this image. I'm going to color those in Lemon Lime Twist, so I'll just put some of that in here. And we're going to hand cut all three of these images out. So I am just kind of staying in the lines on this. Okay, so just clean my aqua painter here. And then I'll go ahead and get some Tempting Turquoise, squeeze a little bit of water in the lid. Okay, pick that up, and I'm going to color this entire little flower here in Tempting Turquoise. And if you notice you're getting too much water, I'm not squeezing as I'm doing this. Water is kind of coming out, but I'm not squeezing it intentionally. But if you have too much water, you can always blot it with your paper towel. Okay, so I'll go ahead and dab that a little bit. Just pick up some of that, and then I can add a little bit more color if I want it. Okay, that looks good. And then also this little flower, I'm gonna color with Tempting Turquoise. Okay, clean that. And then I'll pick up some of this Melon Mambo, and we'll color this flower with the Melon Mambo. All right, so I went ahead and dried my watercolor flowers with my heat tool. So now I'm gonna bring in my paper snips, and I'm going to cut right at the edge of the black line on each of these, and I'm gonna hand cut these out. I've got my scratch paper back for a second. So what I want to do now is I want to stamp this little polka dot image that we used on the background of our mini card. I've already cleaned the stamp off, and I'm going to stamp a couple of these in the basic black. So I'll do one kind of at an angle there, and then another right about there. Then I'll stamp this flower image again. I'm going to put this, okay, I'll stamp this right about here. Okay, so that's going to get covered up. So I'll take this little flower image, and I've already put some dimensionals on the back. Take this, and I am going to lay this right on top of what we just stamped. So put that right on top just like that. Then I've got my fast fuse. I'll just put some adhesive on the back of this flower here, and I'm going to tuck that right in. Oh, let's see. guess I'll put it right about there. And then a little bit of fuse on the back of this little flower. Okay, and I'll just stick this right on the edge of this one, right about there. Okay, that looks cute. And now I'm gonna stamp the sentiment that says, "Today blooms just for you." So I'm gonna ink that up in my basic black. Okay, and I am going to stamp this right about, I'm gonna stamp it right, do I wanna do it here? I guess I'll do it right here. Okay, that looks good. Then I've got my basic black marker again, and I'm just going to give a couple of flicks of my marker there on there, and this is what we have. Isn't that really pretty? I absolutely love how this card looks. Isn't that pretty? All right, so I just added some dimensionals to the back of this layer, and I'll just put this right onto the front of my Tempting turquoise card base. Center that right about here. Give it a press, and then I'll crease it with my bone folder. All right, and there we go. That finishes up card number 2. Isn't it just gorgeous? I love it. All right, so card number 3, I've got my supplies ready. So I'm gonna start with the Melon Mambo card base. I'm gonna bring in 2 pieces of scratch paper for this. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of background stamping, just like we did on the mini card. Got my Melon Mambo ink pad here, and I've cleaned off this image right here. And what I'm gonna do is just start stamping and making my own background. So we're doing some tone on tone stamping. So just start going around, and I'm gonna rotate the image every time that I stamp it. And I will go off the edge as well. Okay, so there is our background. I just love how that looks. Love creating my own background. So pretty, so pretty. So now I'm gonna take this little piece of shimmery white cardstock and stamp the sentiment "Happy Birthday." I'm gonna stamp that right in the center of this piece. Okay. Okay. Actually, I'm going to leave out my basic black. We're about to do a lot of stamping with the basic black. So I'm going to go ahead and take out this piece of shimmery white. I cleaned this image again, and I'm just going to stamp this a couple of times using my basic black. Okay. So let's see. I'll do one here. Do another one. Right there. Ooh, that lined up perfectly. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so I actually still need my basic black. So I'm going to set this piece to the side and bring in that scrap piece. And I need to stamp this image again. Ink that up, stamp it down, put that right here. And then we need one of these. This little bud, put that right there. Okay, let me stamp that again. That's not dark enough. Okay, that looks better. Okay, so that's that. All right, so I've got all of my colors back here. Lemon Lime Twist, Melon Mambo, Tempting Turquoise, got my aqua painter, and I've got a paper towel. So we're gonna start coloring in these little images. So let me just make sure my brush is clean. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start with this one. I'll start with the Tempting Turquoise. Let's get a little bit of water here in the lid. Pick that up. Okay, so I'm gonna color this, watercolor this in with Tempting Turquoise. I've got a lot of water coming out here. More than I wanted. So we are going to hand cut these images that are on the scratch paper, or the extra little piece of shimmery white. Okay, so I'll do that one, and then both of these as well in the Tempting Turquoise. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Actually, this card looks really great if it's not perfect. This is a really great one to kind of go out of the lines on this design. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. All right, so I'll clean this off. So now I'm going to do the Melon Mambo. So I'll color this in. Oh, I forgot some Tempting Turquoise on something to go back to it. And then I'll color this in. Okay. And then this one. Okay. And then I need a little bit more Tempting Turquoise for these little flowers. Oh, I don't need it on that one, on this one. Okay, and this one. Okay, just like that. Then we'll do, oh, some more Tempting Turquoise here. Okay. And then lastly, we'll get the Lemon Lime Twist going. I'm gonna leave this one white, but I will do some twist here, some here, some here. Leave that one white. I'll do some here. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. And then some on this one, which definitely doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to hand cut this one out. Okay, so there we go. All right, so I've got my two little flowers all hand cut out, and I went ahead and added some dimensionals onto the back. So now what we'll go ahead and do is I'll bring in my fast fuse. Here we go. And since this is pretty warped, I'm going to add quite a bit of fast fuse to this. And we will add this on top of our Lemon Lime Twist layer. Now I'm going to take our little happy birthday and put that right about, I think I want it right about here. It's going to hang off the edge just a little bit. I'll put it right there. So I'll just put a little bit of adhesive on and stick it. Yeah, I'll stick it right about there. Then we can add this little flower on. So I'm gonna have that go over top of the happy birthday just a little bit and lay it on top of this other flower, the one that we stamped first. So just like that. And then this little guy, I'll take that backing off and we'll put this one right about, move it over a little bit. Right there. I'll just press that down. Okay, isn't that so pretty? I love that. All right, so now in your kit, you've got two pieces of Lemon Lime Twist finely woven ribbon. Take the shorter piece and you are going to wrap that around the front of the card, sort of off to the left, okay? You want to wrap that around and adhere that down. I'm going to go ahead and use some Scotch tape to adhere these two pieces down. All right, so I've got my tape and I have adhered those two pieces down just like that. I've got some dimensionals on the back of this layer. I'm going to get this added down. And then with your longer piece that you have left, we're going to just make a simple little bow. Okay, I think this bow looks pretty good. And if bows just aren't your thing, you could always just do a little knot. So I'm just going to adhere that right to the top using a glue dot. I'll actually use a couple of glue dots. Okay, just pop that right here. Isn't that so cute? And there we go. So cute. I love this card. So that finishes up card number 3. All right, so there we go. Here are the 3 cards in the free Perennial birthday card kit. I absolutely love these cards, you guys, and I hope that you do too. They are so fun and colorful. So remember, all you have to do to receive your free card kit in the mail from me is place a minimum $35 order before tax and shipping in my online Stampin' Up! Store between March the 1st and March the 15th, 2018. Make sure you use the hostess code that's here on the screen as long as your order is less than $150. If it is $150 or greater, don't use the code because you'll earn Stampin' rewards, but you will still receive the free card kit in the mail from me. You can also bump up your order to $50 and choose a free celebration item as well. Celebration goes until March 31st, 2018. So thanks again, you guys. I hope that you enjoy this free card kit. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you again very soon with another tutorial. Bye now.